Welcome to the Australian Business Executive Podcast, where we speak with many of Australia's most influential personalities on issues of business and economic development taking place across the country. You can stay up to date with our magazines, videos and podcasts by visiting www.theabe.tv and clicking on subscribe.
Today's guest is Peter Buttigieg, Executive Chairman and Acting CEO of Aphrodite Gold. Aphrodite Gold is an ASX-listed gold explorer formed in 2009. Its sole project is the highly prospective Aphrodite Gold Project, located near Kalgoorlie in Western Australia. Peter was an early investor in the company who had been looking for opportunities to diversify his portfolio. He's the founder and managing director of RMS Hospitality Software and was appointed chairman in May 2012 with his long background in management. Peter, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
You founded a successful tech company called RMS Hospitality. How did you get involved with a gold exploration project?
Well, initially I got involved in the first part of the IPO where the original people that got Aphrodite going were looking for the initial investors. So I really just got involved as a passive investor wanting to get into the gold sector. And really that was about it. And that happened probably 5-6 years ago. So yeah, that's really how I got involved in the first place.
Okay, well, how was the opportunity originally presented to you and what made it of interest?
Well, the way it was presented was that there was an existing gold deposit already explored, and the actual deposit just needed further developing to take it from just an exploration type company into a company that actually could start mining and producing gold. So that was where the interest was sparked, because it wasn't a purely exploration company just looking in the hope that there was gold in the area. They had already actually established that the deposit was there and it just needed developing. So that's really what sparked my interest in the first place.
Well, you're on the executive for two companies in very different industries. Would you say good governance is the same regardless of the industry sector?
Good governance, definitely. There really isn't a whole lot of difference from one company to the next when it comes to doing proper strategic research into ways forward. Same sort of HR issues, managing staff. Certainly from a technical point of view, companies are totally different. But yeah, from a governance point of view and strategic planning point of view and management point of view, I've got to say things are pretty much the same. You've got to have a good common sense approach to managing all aspects of running the business and then executing all the way down the line to make sure things are done properly. And in both sectors, if that's not done properly, definitely leads to trouble.
Well, could you tell us a bit about the Aphrodite Gold Deposit?
A little bit. I'm obviously not technical with regard to mining, but it's about 50k north of Kalgoorlie, and it's pretty well situated with regard to access to highways and power, etc., etc. There's a proven deposit now of 1.4 million ounces, and as I was saying before, what this project really has been about has been to go through all of the technical research and obtaining enough data to determine the most economical way to actually mine the gold, get this project into production. So one of the challenges has been that the primary ore is refractory, which involves more refining. So with the guys that we've now got involved, we've worked out different strategies now to make the whole project what's what I'm looking for, economical now to move forward with.
Well, the project was dormant for a few years and is now getting back on track because of an increased gold price. How closely do you have to watch commodity prices to make sure the project remains feasible?
Yeah, look, the commodity price is very important, obviously, and the reason why the project went dormant for a couple of years at least was because the price of gold dropped from, was at a high of $1,900 an ounce, and it dropped down to $1,250, $1,300 an ounce to where it is now. Now, in Australian dollar terms, it's back up to around the $1,600 mark. Now, there's two aspects to it. There's the actual price of what it is today, and that's important while you're doing exploration. But in the phase we're in now with exploration, because we haven't actually got into production yet, if the price of gold did tank again, because we haven't actually got rigs on the ground and we haven't got a production site rolling, we could regress the project back into making it dormant again if we needed to. However, moving into production, then you can then use hedging, etc., to protect the project against the price of gold dropping. So you forward sell at a certain price to help the stability of the project and guarantee the economics of the whole of the whole process.
Well, what is it about the project that makes you optimistic?
Well, it's got quite a few things going for it in that, as I said, there's the proven resource now, and the fact that the gold is all in one place makes it quite easy to mine once you get the project going. And as I said, we've really only had to resolve the technical issues of the most economical way to get the project up and running. But once these challenges are solved, it could well turn out to be quite a large project moving into the future that could be extremely profitable. So that's the part that makes it attractive.
Oh, good. Well, finally, what are the next steps as you look towards taking the project into production?
Okay, we're in the process of wrapping up the pre-feasibility study, which all of the results that have come in over the last 3 to 4 months now have been extremely positive. And we're at the point now with all the benchmarking that's been done, we've proven now that the project is absolutely viable, and we're moving into two things now. We're, with the finalisation of the pre-feasibility study, we're able to now move into the final stages of getting the project ready for production. And as the first step in that, we're looking at hiring a CEO now to start to take the project from exploration to a production company, which will be a major step forward, because of obviously moving from an explorer to a producer is an extremely major step and milestone for the company. So with where we're at now, making that major step is a huge gain for the company, and the fact that we've now proven beyond doubt that the project is is viable is a huge game changer.
Well, Peter, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
This has been a production of the Australian Business Executive, a division of Romulus Rising Proprietary Limited. All rights reserved. You can stay up to date with the Australian Business Executive and our magazines, videos and podcasts by visiting www.theabe.tv and clicking on subscribe.